Bree more. Bree more production.
Hey, Lord. Hey, Lord. Hey, Lord.
Bree more.
Hey, Lord. Hey, Lord.
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in to the Bree More Productions YouTube channel. Today we have a special guest, Starr K, aka Starr Crunch. We gonna take that out. We gonna take that out. I'm just joking. How you doing today? I'm good. So we both have like a long history of collaboration. I originally met you guys Black Market. We'll talk about Black Market in a second. I met you. When was the first time I met you?
Like 4 years ago.
Was it at the Chris Arlay
Yeah.
live photo shoot at the record place?
Yeah.
And then after that, I got a phone call to host the Black Market Summer Jam. Was that the first one?
Yeah, that was the first one.
And it was dope. And I'm not being biased. I'm not lying. I'm not making it up because he's in my face. But it was really not only like a great opportunity, but the vibes was amazing.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Man, just the engagement, the entire engagement though. Like the crowd, the hosting. I ain't being biased though. The hosting, you and Kesha did y'all thing up there, man. It was organic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was just like the whole vibe though.
I think it was a great representation of Dallas music from all different types of artists.
Right.
Because it was a white dude up there that was rapping like Twister. I was like, wait a minute, what's his name?
DKE, I believe.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Black Market because, like I mentioned before, Black Market gave me the opportunity to host their Summer Jam. Let's talk about Black Market and what you guys do out here, not only in Dallas, but in California and all that good stuff.
Man, we're a holistic marketing company, man, entertainment company. It just started with three brothers, man. We had an idea that turned into a dream, and that turned into a vision, and that turned into reality. You know what I mean? So it was, we talked about it one day. We were leaving the club drunk, as usual, and we were like, man,
What
you know
club?
what? Man, Pre-Bay, Friday.
Okay.
9 times out of 10 Pre-Bay. Yeah. Shout out Texas Tip, DJ Texas Tip, man. Used to every Friday. But we was leaving there and we was just talking, man. Like, we tired of giving our money to people to mass produce the stuff that we can do ourselves. So we came up with that idea and we rolled with it, stuck with it ever since. So yeah.
But y'all have like different aspects of Black Market though.
Yes.
So it's like music, art, media.
Media, yeah. We get to the community service side of things. Man, it's like we're trying to, expand as much as we can, as much as possible, man. So we're not trying to be in one lane. Just offer this, okay, just rap because I rap. It ain't just art because Raymond Flair does art, Bobby does jewelry or fashion. We're trying to grow that in different lanes. So.
How many of you guys are in Black Market now?
Man, sheesh. Man, shit. We got our core though, the people that's active. Sheesh, man. It's Starr, man. Bree, Mike Mitch, T, Dirty Red, Kesha Kesh, Felicia, man, it's Bobby B, my fault. God damn, I'm forgetting people. It's a lot.
Are y'all like willing to like expand
For
to
sure.
be like massive?
For sure. Like, talk to Mitch in his hometown, LA, of course. And we trying to buy out there since Chris Olay moved out to Vegas. We trying to expand out to Vegas. We have people in, I I want to say Arizona, Chicago. So we just went out. My DJ from Chicago, so
Oh yeah,
shout out to him right here.
Yeah. I still keep in touch with him.
Man, facts. Pretty guy though. Yeah.
And that's what I tell people all the time. Like, we definitely need to learn how to really value each other on a cross networking marketing situation. Like, people always want to like reach out to the celebrities, the people that's already there. But I have benefited the most from the people that's next to me.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because I don't know, it's just there's no egos involved. Sometimes there is, because you know people think they better, but for the most part it's real like humbleness, and people are just hungry, and it's just easier. It's easier. Why you cut off your dreads? I'm just curious.
Texas heat, man.
That's it?
Man, I'm dead Texas heat, man, and you know, just a new look. You know, I had them for like, I want to say like 10 years. So just a new look, man. It was, you know, hard to maintain, and I just want a new look. You know.
So, the last time I talked to you, I think was like, the last time we sat down and we talked was an interview that I posted today, actually.
Yeah.
And in that interview, you was telling me not to be so humble. And we need to talk about that.
Facts.
But I want to talk to you, since you put my shit in my face.
Yeah.
I feel like you too low key. Why are you so low key?
Man, you know, a lot of people ask me that, man. It had to do with the same thing I was telling you, like being humble for a little bit. But the avenue that I come from, like, I'm used to being low key. You know what I mean? Like, I'm from the Grove, so you know, it ain't no different from South Dallas, where you from. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't no different. Like, you got two types of people in those environments. You got the people that want to be seen, they don't have nothing, and you got the people that's quiet and got everything. You know what I'm saying? So I always been that dude that's quiet. You know what I mean? And not saying I got everything, but I'm working towards that. You know what I'm saying? So I get into it with Mitch all the time. Like, man, talk your shit. And I'm like, man, you know, it ain't worth it sometimes. Sometimes it is, sometimes it ain't. You know what I'm saying? But
That's funny, because I got into it with him as well about that.
Yeah.
He told me I need to pretty much learn balance on when to not talk.
talk your shit.
Like, it's so hard. Man, the last time you posted on social media was in August, though. That's drastic. Well, on IG.
Yeah. That's, you know, like, shit. I'm not a social nigga though. Like, when it comes to shit like that, man. Like, he gotta force me. Like, I was gonna delete all that shit. Like, I deleted all this shit before, so I had to gain everything I had. I had to gain it back. Like Twitter, we had like what, close to like 20,000 followers on Twitter. Like, delete. Like, I just.
Why did you delete 20,000
Man,
followers?
you know, it's just, man, like, I don't know. You know, that shit, like, I can do without it. You know what I'm saying?
So what you been doing?
Man, you know, shit, really, you know. And I put a post up on Facebook like a couple months ago, probably like a couple weeks ago to a month ago, and I said, you know, I know in 2020 I ain't did shit, pretty much, to sum it up. You know what I mean? Like, I know for a fact that I ain't did shit, so I can't look at my team to say, well, y'all ain't did shit, because I know me being one of the leaders in the black market, I ain't did shit, so I can't put that pressure or boat on their shoulder and tell Mitch, you ain't been doing your job, I ain't been doing my shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So we flipped all that around, man. We got a in-home studio now that we building up, so I ain't got to pay the middleman no more, so we good.
That's dope.
Yeah.
What's your inspiration? How do you draw inspiration?
Family, life, you know, 2020 was a hell of a fucking year, man, and my birthday kicked it off. I'm a Capricorn, birthday January 9th. You know what I'm saying? So we got blamed for it. You know, the corona shit, our month got blamed for it. Even though it was already here in November.
Well, congrats, you made it to 2021.
Yeah, same to you. Shit, you know, that's for anybody watching. Same to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But,
we made it.
Man, gotta get up and say it every morning. But at the end of the day, inspiration is family, man. Life, what I go through, and that's all that's in my music.
Yeah. So what are your plans for 2021 now that you feel like you done woke up a little bit?
Talking my shit. I'm finna talk my shit.
You don't need to be humble.
Nah, fuck that. I ain't doing that.
And I'm gonna tell you why you don't need to be humble. Because first of all, I'm highly offended. Because your body of work is actually, not saying that I was like expecting trash, but it's actually quality music.
Appreciate it.
My favorite songs are Never Knew, No Lies, and Fine Cases.
Man.
Those are my favorite three. But I'm listening to the whole album, I'm like, why is this not everywhere?
Thanks. Man, when you look at that, it's like a fine-tuned machine, right? Like you can look at a 2020 truck and say, you know, what it's worth, and you can look at a 1967 truck and say what it's worth. Well, that 1967 truck might have a better motor than the 2020 truck. You know what I mean? So you can't go off the looks. But it's about the body of work that you put into it. You know what I mean? Like being independent, fully independent. When people say I'm independent, they might have backing or they may have people to fund their money here and there. Like, and you know this. You know what I mean? Like being fully independent. When you fully independent, you fully independent. Like so, everything you do is coming from you. There ain't no help. There ain't no handouts. It ain't no, oh yeah, let me go get 20K from them to put toward this. So everything we do is right out of our pocket. So at the end of the day, and that's not an excuse. So anybody that's watching, don't ever use that as an excuse. Because if you want it, you'll get it. You'll work hard.
To me, I think it's better that way.
Facts.
Because you have to, with the progress, you learn how to maneuver through the challenges. And I feel like if it's just given to you, then when shit happens, you don't know how to react to it.
Facts. Facts.
And most of all, you don't know how to maintain it.
Right.
You have to learn how to maintain 20,000. Well, first you got to learn how to maintain 2,000 before you get to the 20.
Man, but bigger than that, you gotta learn how to get 2,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause anybody can say, like with a stimulus check, like the stimulus that went
Hey,
out.
you got
Like,
your stimulus?
man, what?
You got yours?
What?
I didn't get mine yet.
Don't say that.
Damn.
You didn't get it?
No.
Call him.
Call him.
Yeah. You need to know.
You got the number?
Call Trump.
Shut up. Anyways.
Nah, man, but you know, like with the stimulus check, man, it's a lot of stuff that you can do that a lot of people don't know about. Like, you know, quality investing. You know what I mean? I'm looking into quality investing right now, like buying land, purchasing land. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people think, hey, I'm gonna flip a house, but what about the land? You know what I mean? So if you, like the thing about the land is it's a wide market for it. So if you own land, right, even if your house is torn down, you still get value for that land. You still own that land. So at any given time, and let's just say they build up a stadium right next to your house. Well, the property of your land will go up now because of the Texas Stadium or the Ranger Stadium. So the property gonna go up, and guess what? You got full control over that. You know, so they gonna come knocking at you, asking you. So you can buy land at $800 an acre. You can buy land at you just gotta check, like land, it varies, the price varies. So there's a lot of stuff that you can do, and a lot of people don't think about, it's just $600, but it's a lot of stuff you can do.
It's a lot that you can do with $600. I actually, when the first stimulus came out, I made a Facebook post about, you know, don't be so quick to spend it. And then, of course, somebody had to have a rebuttal and was like, well, that's the reason why they giving us stimulus checks is for us to spend it and boost the economy. But I'm like, bro, you can save it though.
Thanks.
You can save it. You can invest it in yourself. Like that logo that you always wanted for your business, boom. That website that you always wanted, boom. And I don't know, I think we so quick to be consumers than owners.
Man, and you know, that's like a mentality though. You know what I mean? Like something ain't gotta be broken. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people have that consumer mentality. Like you look at, and one thing that I do big up you about is when I look at you in your fashion. You know what I mean? It's not I don't have to have Gucci. You know what I mean? I don't have to have Fendi. If I have it, that's cool. You know what I mean? And a lot of people look at the name brand over the material or over how you put it together, how you piece it together. Everything don't have to be name brand for you to stand out in the room.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's just about what you do and how you do it at the end of the day. Like it's dope to be you. You know what I mean? Like it's dope to be. It's alright to be you. Like if you didn't grow up in the hood, it's okay. You grew up in DeSoto.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's okay you grew up in Langston. It's okay you grew up in Cedar Hill. That's cool.
That's fine.
You know what I mean? It's okay that you never experienced your lights off. Well, you know, that's cool. You can rap about that. Like people feel like, you know, if I ain't go through the struggle, if I ain't shoot nobody, if I ain't walk nobody down, ain't nobody gonna listen. But what about that other percent of the world that went through what you went through?
Right.
Who
Because
never
everybody
experienced that?
didn't go through that hood shit.
Oh, they'll tell you they did that in 2021.
Yeah, they will. Do you think it's for clout though? Do you think it's like okay to not be yourself?
Nah, never, man. Like I was put here to be Starr K. You was put here to be Bree Moore. If that wasn't the case, then it'll be a million Bree Moores walking down the street. It'll be a million Starr K's walking down the street. You know what I mean? I was put here to be me.
So you don't think it's okay to, it's not okay to be fake a little bit, to
Man.
fake it to make it?
Nah, I never do that. Like that comes with the part of somebody asking me, Bree Moore, would you sell a piece of your company? I just need 5%. 5% is a lot.
Yeah, you know what? I actually thought about that. I think about that often because I meet business owners that have, you know, sold their company, and I'm like, I think about the next generation.
Thanks.
I want to pass down this gem to the next generation.
Man, and another thing that you do that I big up, and my brothers do it, and my sisters do it, and I do it as well, like generational wealth. Like I try to teach my son, like, look, he just turned 8 yesterday, so I try to teach him this stuff here and there at a time, and I see you do the same thing with Johnny, man, that's dope. But the thing is, what we don't do is teach them at a young age that, hey, you don't have to go to college to be wealthy.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the smartest person in the room to be wealthy. Walt Disney started out in his garage. You got Steve Jobs started out in his garage. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of people who didn't go to college. It's a plethora of presidents who didn't go to college. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be, oh son, you got to go to college and come out in debt in order for you to be successful. So that's the next thing that we got to talk about. You know, the offspring and upbringing of wealth, generational wealth, man. So that's pretty cool.
No, I think it's cool, but it's also needed. Like we need to break as many cycles as possible, not just financially, but emotionally as well.
Thanks.
How did you handle the stress that came with 2020
Man,
on
look,
an emotional standpoint?
Man, look, I was one of them people that like, shit, I ain't gonna go nowhere at first. I mean, like, shit, my old lady, let's go eat. Hell no, we get that shit, we bring that shit back to the house. Let's go out now. I ain't trying to do none of that shit. Like, I ain't gonna touch a door behind a nigga. Like, I ain't gonna do none of that shit. Like, I ain't know what this shit was, so at the end of the day, I just knew it was killing folks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I wasn't trying to be a statistic. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to the people that lost their life behind a domino effect or mass hysteria. Like, I ain't want to be another statistic. You know what I mean? So, me, I sat in the house, shit, I started losing a lot of weight. I'm like, damn, you know, stressing about it, some stuff that I can't control. And I had to tell myself, man, control what you can control. If I can't control it, I can't worry about it. It ain't in my hands. It ain't nothing I can do about it. So, you know, I'm slowly but surely getting back out, you know what I'm saying, and enjoying myself. So,
I think it's important for us to still live
thanks.
cautiously, but I feel like we should have been cautious from the get-go.
Man, like, niggas still ain't washing their hands. Like,
Niggas didn't wash their hands before.
That's what I'm saying. Though. Like, dude, and I ain't gonna say niggas because we wash our hands.
I'm not just
You
talking
know what I'm saying?
about see.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So people like now they, you know, you look at people's hands, it's dry. Oh, you didn't wash your hand. My shit be about to crack. I be like, shit, wash my hand too much, man. But you know, that's just stuff that we should have been doing. You know what I mean? Like you said, that's stuff that we need to coach in. And niggas nasty out here, man.
Be next. Let's talk about Free Lil B. I feel like this album is a whole vibe. Like this is something that you play when you were like riding through the city at 4 a.m. in the morning,
Yeah.
and you just vibing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about your inspiration behind this project. Who is Lil B to you?
Man, that's my first. That's my blood cousin. Like we was raised like brothers. You know, we both made decisions that we made, and unfortunately, he landed him in a position to where he couldn't be with us in the free world for a little bit. You know what I mean? And we grew up together. We did a lot of stuff together, man. So I wanted to show homage to him and pay respect to him, and he deserved it in my eyes. You know what I mean? In my eyes, he deserved it. So that's where that came from.
Yeah. Is he still?
No, he out now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the project? Was he honored?
Yeah. Like when I played him a couple songs over the phone. I heard him before, the voice cracked a little bit. I ain't gonna say he cried on the camera.
It's okay to cry, black men.
Man, I'm gonna get into that too, though.
Let's get into it right now.
I'm gonna get into that too, man. Like, it's cool. You know what I mean? That's the emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of black men were forced as children. Like, I was raised by my mama. So the first thing she say is, "Nigga, you better not cry." I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? Like, shit, my bones showing. You know what I'm saying? But as a black man, we were taught that. But that was only because my mom had to be my father too, though. So she had to know the balance in between, okay, I can love you, but I gotta be tough on you.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I didn't get the sweet mama. I didn't get the, oh, come here, baby. You know what I mean? I didn't get none of that. Like, nah.
You didn't get that from your grandmother, your grandparents?
Hell no. My granny?
Yeah.
Hell no. No, ma'am.
Really?
No. No.
I'm sure you get it from your girl now, right?
It just
Don't lie.
I see she back there. So let's see. It just depends on. I feel like she probably peeking her head.
She whispered. I had somebody say something.
Yeah, she probably want to text me. You better not. I mean, no. It just it depends on what I need at that moment. You feel what I'm saying? Like she know me, so she'll know what I need at that moment. She'll know if I need affection, or she'll know if I need somebody to go harder on me. So it just depends on what I need at that moment.
It's
like,
balance.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah. Because you don't want to be with somebody that enables you.
Facts.
It's always, oh, come here.
Man, that shit the worst, man.
It is, because you won't get shit done.
I hate that shit, man. Like, she don't do that, though. Like, it just depends on the moment and the time. Like, she's not one of those, she'll do it with my son, though. Like, she'll do it to him live. And I be looking at him like me.
No. But that's a good thing.
No, that's an excellent thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thanks.
But you balanced to him, too.
What?
She soft, and you like nigga, and she like baby.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's the same thing with me and my son's father. I'm like mushy.
Yeah.
I still pick up a Johnny.
Oh, no.
I love him so much.
This is like 20. You can't be picking him up, man.
But he's my baby. He was always in my baby. Anyway, in fighting cases you mentioned, I do this shit for my niggas with no names. And to me, that bar was important because I always mention that we need to celebrate the no names in our community. Because every time, like every day, especially during Black History Month, we hear the Martin Luther Kings, the Harriet Tubmans, the Malcolm X, but we never hear about the people that push really. So I thought it was very important that you said that. So how important is representation to you for those that don't have voices?
Man, for the people that don't have a voice, that's what I feel like I'm here for. You know what I mean? Like the voice for the voiceless. You know what I mean? Like everybody wasn't able to make it out the situations that I made it out of. Everybody wasn't able to make it out the environment that I made it out of. Some people don't want to make it out the environment that I made it out of. But that's what I'm here for, to speak on their behalf. You know, like Nip said a bar, and that's one of my favorite rappers. He was like, he said, I've been all around the world, my nigga, they love me all around the world, my nigga, what's your problem? So to me, that spoke volumes. It was a small bar, but to me it was big. It was huge because the people from rolling 60s that never got on a plane, that never got to see Europe, they got to see that shit with Nip. People that never got to go around the world, they got to see that with Nip. And he made sure he brought that shit back to Crenshaw. So that's the same thing I'm doing Pleasant Road. I want to bring that back to Pleasant Road. Like the people that can't travel, the people that don't want to travel, that don't know nothing but Pleasant Road, because it's a lot of people in South Dallas that ain't never left South Dallas.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people in the Grove that ain't never left the Grove.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to be able to bring that to them and let them know it's a big world out here, man.
It is. And then you also mentioned Trayvon.
Thanks.
And then it was a very, very small part, but I like it. You said, but free a killer. You said what you said, and then you said, but free the killer.
Mm.
And I don't think people really grasp how the black community really took that situation hard.
Man, like.
But how did that case, because we're talking about the song fighting cases on his album, Free Lil B, how did that unique case affect you as a black man?
Man, I thought about my mama, right? Because, you know, even though Trayvon's dad was there the whole way, the look on his mom's face, you know what I mean, let me know, like, what every black woman felt at that time, you know what I mean, for their son. No matter if their son mess up, no matter if my son mess up and do the worst shit in the world, I'm gonna love him, regardless. No matter if he stole out of 7-Eleven or wherever he was at, we don't know. It's her job to love him regardless. And for another person to play God and say your son no longer deserves to be here, to her, you know what I'm saying? That was like a deep ass hurt that I don't feel like she'll ever get over.
Yeah.
Even to this day. So just the fact that, you know, I felt like, you know, they locked my cousin up, but here you let a killer out. Well,
A
I'm a
whole
killer.
killer.
Whole
Yeah.
killer. Yeah, so it's no different from the Emmett Till story. You know, after they killed him, like years later, they came back on national TV and said they did it. So,
I don't think they understand how tragic that is to us. Because I was having brunch the other day, and we were just talking about, I don't know what came about that conversation, but it was another black entrepreneur, and she had a son, and she was telling us how their house is like not too far from 7-Eleven, but she always tell her son not to wear his hoodie. And I'm like, it was like red flags just came up in my mind. I'm like, damn, we can't even wear hoodies now. Like mothers are literally telling their sons, do not wear a hoodie. That is crazy. That is so messed up on so many levels.
you know, and it's subjective for me to sit here and say that's just the world we live in. You know what I mean? That's not.
That's not okay.
It's not okay. And when that happened, I made it my business to every store I went in, I had a hoodie on. Like every store I went in. Like after that happened, like months straight, I did it on purpose. Because at the end of the day, like, this is what caused a man or a kid to no longer be here. Like, this shit is terrible, man. Like, I didn't understand it to the depth of me. I still don't understand it. I still don't get it. I still don't.
Does that motivate your hustle a little bit to be more independent?
Most definitely, because at the end of the day, I want to be able to reach out and give an opportunity out to the next person. You know what I mean? I want to be able to reach out and reach down and say, hey, I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be able to enhance what you're doing. I don't want to put my hand in your cookie jar or your pot and take out what you're cooking. I want to be able to add to what you're cooking. You know what I mean? To make a spread. So.
Yeah. I think that's important too. Like, I love the fact that you tackled racism in this album as well. And I think for people with your mindset, you look at racism as your protest is, and I'm just assuming, I can be wrong, I feel like your protest is to be independent. Like, nah, I'm good. You know what? You don't respect me, so I'm gonna just get my own shit.
Man, like, record labels, even in the lane that you were in when it comes to production, like, they locked Bill Cosby up because he was finna buy CBS. Like, he was finna buy the whole network. It wasn't about pills. Man, listen, Bill Cosby was Tyson Beckford was to women now.
Right.
Back then. Multi-millionaire. Who do I have to drug? even if I did, you probably ask for it. I ain't even gonna go. I ain't, you know what I mean? Like,
why do my guests always do this to me?
man, I'm just
With
saying.
these rape charges.
Man, listen, man. I'm just saying, man. Like, you know, they locked the man up for being great. They go always like when you see a black man that's about to take over something, they go always go back and dig and try to find a reason. Prince, when he died, they dug. Michael Jackson, when he died, oh, he was taking drugs. Like,
they are excessive with the Michael Jackson situation.
Man.
It's kind of like y'all really hated this man. Or you want to let him rest in peace. This man is not like walking on earth no more. You still. Like, that's crazy.
And it's crazy. But, you know, that just shows how great he was to us as a community. You know what I mean? Like, that was an idol. Like, he was bigger than shit, the Pope to them. You know what I mean? So, and you know, they gotta, if they can't build with you, they want to tear it down. If you don't give them a piece of it, they want to tear it down. Like, you have people like Michael Jackson, Prince, Stevie Wonder, who own their masters. You know what I mean? And you have people like, a lot of people don't give Master P his just due.
No, they don't.
Man, my mama, he was a genius.
No, he is. He's definitely a genius.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. To me, he's more than a legend.
Yeah.
Because even now what he's doing, what he trying to do? He's trying to buy Reebok.
Man, yeah.
So I'm like, who thinks of that? For you to even think of that. And the fact that he don't got no scandal, so you really can't, you can't Michael Jackson him.
Yeah, you can't expose it.
No.
You put it on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put my cards on the table. Like, I think every good artist should do that. Like, you put your cards on the table and there ain't no flaws for you to expose. You know what I mean? If you see a diamond compared to a lab diamond, you wouldn't know the difference to the naked eye. You know what I'm saying? Until I tell you, nah, these labs. You know what I mean? You might think you sit next to it and you like, yeah, you don't spend some racks. Nah, these labs. But I put it on the table for you. You know what I mean? Like, Chad Ochocinco Johnson explained how all his jewelry was fake in the NFL.
I love that.
But he bought it with a black card. So he said, so when I pull out my black card, what's the difference? You don't know.
Yeah.
Right? So you only know because I told you. And I don't mind telling you because I want to keep my money. Like, nobody would think, let's just bring more, nobody would think you would wear fake Gucci because of the level that you're on right now. You feel what I'm saying? So when they look at you, they automatically, oh yeah, that's real. But to you, it could be the fake shit in the world, but you don't care. You know what I mean? You. So.
That's America. America has definitely created this illusion. And why not master it? Why not? Don't go broke. I feel like you love your city.
Yeah.
I love Dallas too.
Yeah.
And a lot of people really, I have like real great debates about the city of Dallas.
Yeah.
Because I say what I say, and I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. I want to stay here. I travel a lot, but I want my home to be my home, which is Dallas.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Dallas throughout your entire album.
Thanks.
How important is putting on your city to you?
Yeah. The question is, to me, like, where would I be without it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been all around the world. Like, I've damn near touched damn near 50 states, probably. You know what I'm saying? Not, but damn near. And it's nothing like my city. You know what I'm saying? Ain't shit like my city, man. And I'm not saying we better than nobody else. I'm not saying we do things better than nobody else, but it's just the way we do it. You know what I mean? Like, I go out of town and people are like, you got an accent. I'm like, shit, I ain't got no accent.
Right.
Like, to me, I ain't got no accent. You know what I mean? But to them, you know, we got an accent. But it's cool, though. I love my city, man. Everything about it.
I like the fact that you mentioned Worley in No Lies.
Yeah.
To me, that is important because not just because he passed away, but I think a great artist is an artist that's recording the times. And that's important, like, period. Even if he was still alive or not. But did his death affect you in a way?
Like eat up, like a motherfucker, man. Like, anybody that died in the city, man, that's a staple, that's coming up, not even coming up, but, you know, that's doing their thing. And he put Dallas on their back as far as comedy. You know what I mean? He put Dallas on his back as far as he put on for Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
everywhere he went, he was Dallas. He was Dallas. Like, I first saw Roy Lee like years ago when Boosie scored on him.
Yeah. The
But-
PT Cruiser.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn. And I found out he was from Dallas. I was like, damn, nah, but I can't let Boosie slide on that one. You know what I mean? Like, no, you can't. But and his spirit was so genuine, even back then. Like, what he stood for was genuine. That was a man that stood on what he said. If I said it, I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm not taking it back. And a lot of people tried that because he was a comedian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I ain't gonna respect him. He a comedian, or I ain't gonna listen to him. He said what he said. He stood on it. Like, the respect that he had from his peers and the people around the city meant a lot.
For us to be going through this experience of losing like major figures in Dallas right now.
Man, you know, it's definitely a sad case, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the industry that we in, period, to lose an iconic figure in the industry, period. No matter who it is, comedian, actress, actor, producer, it's always, you know, something that's not expected. You know, rest in peace to the people that we lost. So, man, it ain't, you know, one of my biggest hip hop losses to me was when I put my got him on my neck. I take him everywhere I go. I watch and heard, man. Yeah, it's my that one hit different. You know what I mean? It hit different because, you know, I knew bro on a personal level, and yeah.
What is your solution of avoiding that type of drama?
Man, we like, I don't go looking for nothing, but I don't step away from it, but I don't go looking for it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't knock on the devil door. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I know I don't want him to answer, then I ain't gonna knock on the door. You know what I mean? But, you know, if he just happen to be outside when I'm outside, then, you know, play ball. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
So you from a unique part of Dallas, Pleasant Grove.
Speak on it.
Let's talk about the Grove.
Let's speak on it.
What's so unique about the Grove?
What's not?
I don't know.
Man.
I have only I lived in the Grove for about 3 years.
Okay. So what was unique about it?
That's all
for
I'm
you?
saying.
What was unique about it to you?
To me, the Grove is it's real. Like it's everything that First 48 exposes.
It's our fault.
And I think it's I don't know. I just think it's very unique. Like they with it. And I've never experienced what I've experienced in the Grove. I never experienced anywhere else in the city.
Man, you know, man, to me, it's like, it ain't no different from South Dallas. It ain't no different from Oak Cliff. It ain't no
Now I
different
think people from the Grove are more fearless.
I mean, you know.
I do. What you think? You from there? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the Grove. How was your experience growing up in the
Man,
Grove?
you got the same people from the same. You got suckers in the Grove too. You got niggas that's nerds in the Grove too. You got niggas that's. I guess I'm from. It's like, okay, it's like going to different high schools, right? When you would say, "Oh, y'all got all the hoes over there," we'll look and we like, "Y'all got the hoes over there." You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You know, you might look over there and say, "Oh, nah, they steppers over here," but I look at South Dallas and say they steppers over there because I know people from South Dallas and they real steppers. No different from Oak Cliff. You got steppers in Oak Cliff, so it's the same thing in North Dallas. Man, it really ain't no different to me, man. I go everywhere though. You know what I mean? So I don't just limit myself to the Grove. Like, I go everywhere. So.
I feel the same way. I love South Dallas, but my ultimate goal is to put the whole city on.
Got to. But you gotta do Dixon, and you gotta put, you know, you gotta get your section right.
Oh, South Dallas taken care of.
You know?
Yeah. I think at this point I can stop saying I'm from South Dallas now.
It's people that say Erykah Badu-ish.
That I get that a lot, but at this point I feel like people already know.
Thanks.
So there's no reason to continue to, unless I go outside of Dallas and they be like, yeah, I can be more specific about South Dallas, but here I don't have to say it no more. People got it.
You don't like, because Road is my section, like people know in the city. Like, you know, like you said, I don't have to say, and I don't have to say what part of Pleasant Grove I'm from. Like, people know. You know what I'm saying? Like, people know, okay, yeah, I know where you're from. So.
What are your hopes for Dallas?
Man, continued success, man, continued growth. The city is like any other city. You know, a lot of people be like, man, I gotta get out of Dallas. We be bullshitting down here, but it's bullshit everywhere, man. You know what I mean? Like, Chicago just took a big loss with King Von. You know what I mean? New York took a big loss with Pop Smoke. So you can't just say Dallas is full of shit. You know what I mean? Because they doing that everywhere. It's just the environment you in and the people that you surround yourself with. You know what I mean?
A lot of people say Dallas is cliquish.
Not facts.
Cause you got a whole clique over here, black market.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna say I can't speak for nobody else. But yeah, like black market, this is my family though. You know what I'm saying? Like we like a real life family.
But y'all not necessarily like cliquish to the point where y'all like you can't sit with us. Y'all like no, come over here and sit with us.
Facts.
So do you feel like Dallas is more of a cliquish city, like with people like now you can't sit with us?
Man, I love my city. I love my city.
Okay. So, you're not gonna answer it?
So I love my city. Dallas, I love y'all, man.
I feel like with what we just talked about, and that's always one of my debates as well. I think you got a choice. Like, even though the city is cliquish, you could be one of those people that's like a chameleon. Like, you go here, you go there. You got good ties everywhere. Not just your comfort zone.
Right.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be cliquish unless you want it to be.
Man,
And I feel like that mindset is what holds us back. Like we hear somebody put that out in the universe and you're like, yeah, that's right. Stick to that. When you don't have to stick to that. You actually have a choice. Earlier on our social media, I posted a video. And it's funny, like I said earlier, before we started the interview, it's funny how we switch sides. Because y'all used to interview me, and now I'm interviewing you. And I posted a video earlier on social media about you talking about, you was telling me not to be so humble because somebody can get cocky and steal my shit and then take their shit to the next level because I'm so humble. And I'm like, no.
Same treatment we did. Fuck that humble shit. When I see that shit drop, I ain't being humble.
Shout out to my nigga though.
Shout out to my nigga.
Shout out to my nigga though.
He the shooter though. But when you set that tone, you setting the tone right now. Ain't nobody doing what Bree Moore is doing. You deserve to be cocky. You deserve that.
See,
somebody else gonna come along and take your shit if you don't, and they gonna be cocky with it.
Right.
You deserve that. Do that. Like that humble talk.
And so to piggyback off that.
Let's talk about that because I actually got like a comment on my Facebook like, no, don't listen to him. God wants you to be humble, always be humble. God is gonna elevate you, and I'm like, it went over your head.
Facts.
So let's talk about being humble.
Well, you know what? Like for the people that talk about God, right? Like God's not gonna give you a gift for you to sit on it. Facts, right? So if He give you something, He don't want you to sit on it and put it in your pocket, right?
Right.
I'm not saying arrogance. Like arrogance is you know one of it's spoke about in the Bible highly. You know what I mean? Don't be arrogant, right? They speak about that highly. But at the end of the day, if Jesus was a carpenter, right? He didn't half-ass do a job though, right? He did his job to its entirety, right? So at the end of the day, what I'm saying is, if you're gonna do it, if you're gonna push Bree Productions, push the hell out of it and be proud of it while you do it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, don't be humble. Don't. I'm not saying shit on the next person.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go out there and I'm Bree Moore, you know. Nah, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm saying be proud of what you done. You know what I mean? Like treat Bree more like he just graduated college. Shit, you gonna be the loudest person. When a Johnny graduate high school, you gonna have 37 signs with his name going across the crowd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So do that with your company. Why not?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You worked hard. You deserve it.
You
Yeah.
what? All the stuff that you go through, night in, night out, ain't nobody there when you cry behind Bree More Productions. Ain't nobody there when you down about Bree More Productions or when you want to quit behind Bree More Productions. But everybody wants to be, she cocky now, or she shitting on us now. No, I'm not shitting on y'all. I'm just expressing how I feel because y'all didn't see behind closed doors when I struggled, when I went through what I went through. Y'all only see the ups of what I'm going through right now. So of course y'all gonna say, oh yeah, she cocky. She did an interview with Baby. She talking Charlamagne, so she cocky. Like she don't. No, shit. Put that on your resume. Like I got a mixtape called Good Kings Die First. We got DJ Drama did a drop for one of my mixtapes. You don't think I put this shit on my resume?
That's dope.
What is going on there?
I think it's crazy how people like bring up God and it's like, but the way that you so quick to defend, to like come at me because I posted this video is like, but you have confidence in your religion. You have confidence in God.
Facts.
You hoop and holler about God. You go hard when it comes to God.
You go hard behind it.
But you telling me not to go hard when it comes to me? That's crazy to me.
Facts.
And I'm like, nah, that went over your head, buddy. Like, I get what you're saying. I think everybody was taking it as like, oh, you know, be egotistical, make people feel less than. No. It was just, if you work super hard for your business, you done sacrificed, you done cried, you done bled, you done broke some bones literally. You have every right to be like, this is the shit. Like, you need to pay attention to me. I got the best company in the fucking world. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, to me, one of the best feelings in the world was watching Nipsey Hussle come from where he came from. Like, I've been listening to Nip a long time ago. Nappy Bree, he ain't got no nappy hair, but you like.
It's just fizzy.
Yeah, fizzy Nip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to see where him and his team brought their establishment and where they went, like that was to me that was non-comparable. Like you can't compare that. You can't compare that to nobody. He took his label to a record label and said, "Nah, I don't want a record deal. I want a partnership." And with that, you know, it just expanded a whole lot of stuff. Like he got artists right now that's still putting out music, and he's not here, but they're still reaping the benefit of All Money In because of the dream that Nip put into All Money In. And that's the same thing with me, like with Black Market. Like, you know, I want this shit to roll. Mitch wanted to roll, Ranger Fleur wanted to roll. Like, so that's the ultimate goal. That's for us to be, you know what I'm saying, self-employed and self-esteem. So we don't have to worry about, you know, what this company is giving us or what their company is trying to take away from us. We ain't worry about that.
Yeah. I like that. What are y'all inspiration? Because I feel like it's a unique group of people. It's not just music. So you can easily say, oh yeah, you know, Birdman had a record label, Master P had a record label. But outside of music, how do y'all draw in y'all inspiration?
Man, it's just, see, you got to sit around us, man. Like, we goofy as shit, man. Like, we can just be sitting around and just think of some stuff.
Just building.
Yeah, like, a lot of people look at us and say, oh, they mean. Like, I ain't working with them, they always mug. And Starr look like he don't talk. And Mitch, he talk, but Ray, he don't look like he say nothing. And, you know, like, Teague look like he ready to fight a nigga right now. You know, we get that, we get all of that. But at the end of the day, man, that's what makes us unique. You know what I mean? That's what make us and Black Market, man. And it's, you know, it's us and them. It's never us versus them. You know what I mean? Because we ain't in competition with nobody. You know what I mean? It's not a competition. If we can help out, if we can help empower the next person to do what they want to do, then that's what we gonna do.
I like that a lot. Since I did like stalk your social media, even though you ain't been on there in like a year. Who does that? But you got the best quotes in your captions. I'm like, you can write a book on just Starr K quotes alone. But on IG you posted, I would never let you define who I am. Define Starr K.
Man, philanthropist, family man, brother, son. You know, I'm all of that, man. And one, I'm a visionary. I feel like, you know, I was put here to do more than the average. And that's why I get down on myself so much. I go hard on myself so much for not doing what I'm put here to do.
Yeah.
And sometimes it get hard when you feel like you don't have that motivation. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you are the reason that you feel like you don't have that motivation. Because you can have somebody behind you pushing you, but at the end of the day, you blocking it off. So when it come down to it, you'll tell them, hey, you ain't pushing me. And they'll look at you like, man, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? But sometimes it's you got to get out of the way. You got to move yourself out of the way and ultimately allow that person to push you the way they know how to push you. Because a lot of times we'll look and say, oh, Bree Moore, you ain't pushing me. Well, didn't I bring all these boxes up? I brought the microwave up. I brought the refrigerator up. It may not be the way you wanted me to support you, right? But that don't mean I ain't supporting you. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to take support from different people in different ways. So.
What made you come up with that though? Like, I would never let you define who I am.
Man, because at the end of the day, it's up to me to show you who I am. Nobody can ever put their expectation of me on me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you can't do that. You can't tell me who I am. You can't tell me what I'm meant to do. You can't tell me who I'm meant to be. And if I allow that, then I'm not me. You feel what I'm saying? I'll never allow it. I'll never allow that because at the end of the day, I got a son that's my namesake. So if I don't leave him nothing else, I'm gonna leave him that. Hey, stand on your name. Your name carry weight along. Stand on it. Believe in what you believe in. So, yeah.
Okay. You got another quote that I love too. You said only great leaders know how to follow instructions. And I'm like, oh my gosh, so many people allow their ego to enable them from going to the next level. Like, you think you at the level you supposed to be on, but if you just shut up and listen and continue to be a student, you can go beyond where you at.
Man, look, I was raised like, my mom used to always tell me, boy, God gave you one mouth and 2 ears, so you can listen twice as much as you talk. You feel what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if I can learn, if I can grasp anything from anybody, I'm gonna do that. Because I know I'm not a master of nothing. I'm not a master of nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a person that loves to be educated. I love to learn. I love to continue to feed my mind. So I don't want to ever go into a situation feeling like I already know what you're going to say, or I already know the outcome of it, or I already know everything that I need to know. That's not, nah. That ain't the avenue that I want to take.
I was watching this, you know, MF Doom?
Yeah.
He just recently passed. Well, they just announced that he passed in October. I'm like, dang, how can you keep that secret?
Damn.
That's like a skill.
Man.
But I was watching a video earlier. He said the best advice that he received was, he said it's so simple and it might sound stupid to a lot of people, but he was like, somebody literally told me to shut the fuck up. He was like, that's the best advice that I ever gotten. And I'm like, yes, like we really need to learn how to shut the fuck up. And he said the same thing that you just said, like I have 2 ears and 1 mouth and 2 nostrils. He was like, breathe sometimes, listen sometimes, like, and I'm like, yes, we need to hear that. Like, people need to understand, like, it's cool to be an intern. It's cool to be a student. You don't always have to be the one that's up front, the number 1. It's okay to be number 2. Shit, it's okay to be number 10.
Thanks. But society places it like that. Like, if you ain't first, you last. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't number 1, then I was taught second place is the first loser, right? And I'm like, damn. So I shouldn't celebrate my
number 2.
silver medal.
My little 2.
Yeah, my little silver medal. You know what I mean? I shouldn't celebrate that. But that's the programming that we have, or we've been, taught to have. It's first or nothing. But you got to understand, like, if I got a team and I'm first, than what everybody else would. Like, I can't have that mentality. I gotta have the mentality of, I'm gonna bump my head and show y'all the way, or you can bump your head and show me the way. So is there a right or wrong way to make $1 million as long as you make $1 million, right?
Right.
As long as we make $1 million, ain't no right or wrong way to do it. As long as we get to the outcome of what we're trying to get, your road may be a little shorter than mine. And I got another quote that I say is your GPS won't take you the same path as mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might be going to the same destination, but your GPS may take you on a different route. So we may not have the same routes. So.
And that's okay.
That's cool.
Because I feel like either way we can still benefit. Like, we can compare our maps. And that's what I say about Martin Luther King and Malcolm X all the time. Like, you know, initially they were beefing. But I'm like, well, Malcolm had more of an issue with Martin. But I'm like, yo, if they would have just sat down and like, we got the same vision, but I have a different route. That would have been massive.
That would have been dope.
Yeah.
That would have been that would have been like an unstoppable movement, though.
That would have been the end all be all, probably.
Yeah,
the greatest collaboration ever.
Man, greatest feature ever. And I'm not there, hey, you know, I don't think you can top that.
At all. So, what type of music do you listen to? What artists are you listening to right now?
Right now. Man, it just depends on the mood that I'm in right now. Like, really. So I listen to some Sade. Like, I ain't that guy to let a nigga tell me, oh, you listen to R&B, you weak. You got me fucked up. I'm gonna put on some Brandy. I'm gonna listen to some motherfucking Anita Baker, some Sade.
Anita!
And I'm finna listen to music because it's a representation of my mood. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on a shoot a nigga mood all day. I ain't in a on a stab a nigga mood all day. You know, sometimes real love. You know what I mean? Mary J. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you want that. You feel what I'm saying? And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for you to express yourself through music. That's cool.
Do you think it's a myth when people say that there's not good music out today?
Man, so look, my take on that is, go back to when your mom was young. She was listening to Betty Wright. Well, her mama didn't like that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She didn't like Marvin Gaye. My great granny didn't like Marvin Gaye. She probably, what do you mean when I get that feeling? I mean sexual here. You know what I mean? Like, you probably didn't like that. So I think it's just adaptation. It's about the time. Now, what I can say is, when we get older, we can't, like, my mom can go, our mom can go to like Frankie Beverly and Mays when they get older, like right now. When we get older, I ain't gonna want to go sit through no Young Thug. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You don't even know that. You're not older though.
Man, no, I'm just saying.
You might be like, you know what?
Man, no.
When this song came out, I was right here.
And that's not a knock on Thug. I fuck with Thug. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, for me to just, in my 60s, say, my 50s, say, I'm finna go fuck with Thug. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do that. You know
I
what
be
I mean?
thinking about that too. I do be thinking
Man,
about
she
that. Like,
fucked
damn,
up,
we
man.
gonna be stuck
Chris
with it.
Brown. You can go to Chris
I
Brown.
could go to Chris
That's
Brown.
what I'm saying. What?
It's a lot of artists I could go to, like, in the future, but it's a lot of artists that I'm like,
But they hot right now, though.
they hot right now, but it's
Yeah.
like we can actually like
In the future.
fast forward, yeah. But I definitely feel like it's a myth. I don't think people go outside their comfort zone because I find good music all the time.
Man, I don't know.
Like when you pulled, I'm like, I even tell August, like, I'm offended that this Free Lil B album is not everywhere. I'm really offended.
Man, me too. I was offended too. But you know what, man? This is another thing that made me get off social media, right? Because I got damn near 5,000 people on Facebook, and that's with me deleting people too, right? I can have 5,000 people, but it's only gonna show me the last 10 that I communicate with. You know what I mean? And of those 10, are those 10 gonna really share your shit? Like, and it might not even be on purpose. You know what I mean? It might be they missed it. You know, it might be, damn, I ain't even see that, bro, my fault, I missed it. You know what I mean? So, like, Facebook to me is like, niggas is millionaires on Facebook.
You think it's all cap?
5150. 50.
I just feel like, yeah, some just feel like you gotta like kind
It's
of
like-
bullshit a little bit, hot side a little bit, like what I do all day. You gotta, and then you gotta commercial break, promote this.
Yeah.
It's a full-time job. Like if you don't have that marketing money to put up $50 on Facebook, put up $50 on Instagram to get 100 views, that's all that $50 gonna do for you.
Man, nah, but you know, me and my team, we sat down at the end of last year. What was that? Probably December, November, December. We mapped it out, man. Like, I don't want to give away no jewels right now, man, because it seems to be working. But marketing, man, just look into it. Like, if you're in music, don't just go in the studio and rap. Don't just write lyrics. Figure out and understand the business side of it. Where your revenue go come from. You know, who go cut you a check? What are you rapping for? You rapping for free? You rapping just to rap? Like, what's your end game? Like, what you got planned? Like, I'm gonna tell any artist, marketing is probably the most important part of music.
It is.
Like,
That's anything though. That's
Man.
every brand.
facts,
I learned that from 50 Cent. He was
facts.
like, his recent Breakfast Club interview, he was like, y'all think I'm sexy because I want to be sexy? Like, image is like everything. I gotta be sexy for my brand. And I'm like, yeah. And Mike Mitch was trying to tell me, Bree, we know you fine. No, sometimes you gotta, put this out
You
here.
gotta put it on out there.
You gotta put it out there. Because when,
you know.
yeah, I feel like you get more support from people that's attracted to you.
Hey, look though, I got my new album, my new project that I'm working on is called Pleasant Grove, right? And I had a debacle with my significant other. It wasn't even nothing major like that, you know what I mean? It was just on the album cover that we do have, you know what I mean? It's different. You know
What
I'm
you
saying? Man, it's different.
Did you tell the Pendergrass the album
Man.
cover?
Nah, I ain't tell the P.
But you think it's gonna work?
What? He is a pig. Who's a boy? I think so.
Let's talk about that project. What do you have planned for 2020?
Man, Pleasant Grove.
Pleasant Grove.
Yeah.
Okay. What we gonna do about this little beat, free little beat album though? Because I really enjoyed it. Like, what we gonna do with that? Is that just a?
Nah. You know, we gonna work that up until the Pleasant Grove project. So we'll probably do a re-release on it. I know Mitch was talking about a re-release. We'll probably do a re-release on it and work it harder than we worked it, man, because a lot of people are giving me positive feedback on it.
It's a great album.
I appreciate it.
The beats, the production,
Yeah.
the features. It was, you know how some people just be putting people on their songs. I'm like, why is this person here? You didn't need no help, and if you're gonna ask for help, get real help.
Yeah, go get help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really okay. It was a really good album though. So Pleasant Grove, what is your focus on that? Like, what is the, Free Lil B was talking about free the fighting cases and no lies and never knew what you got planned for Pleasant Grove. What is the content like?
And giving them my truth. Like, giving them my truth, man. Like, my first project that I did, like, that was major to me was Welcome to Dallas. We did that in 2015? Came out 2015. So to me, that was like, like, I was like, yeah, I put a stamp on that with Pleasant Grove. To me, is involving a lot of people and bringing them to my life. Kind of like Nip did with Crenshaw. Like, again, like, I know I reference him a lot, but the stepping stone, he was a stepping stone himself. You know what I'm saying? What he did is a blueprint. He is a blueprint. So with the Pleasant Grove, it's the same motto. You know what I mean? I want to take Pleasant Grove around the world. We got Pleasant Grove shirts. I forgot to bring you ones today. I'm sorry. I apologize, Bree.
It's okay.
We got Pleasant Grove. I don't know if you can wear that right.
I can wear whatever I want.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got Pleasant Grove paraphernalia. Can I say it? Can I use it?
Sure. You just said everything else.
But nah, man, we just trying to take that around the world and let people know what it's like. like you just asked me what is Pleasant Grove like. When you listen to that, you go, let's go tell you.
It's gonna paint a picture.
Man,
Where
baby.
people gonna act, oh, okay, I understand now.
Yeah, I need to go.
Cause I feel like people are so like used to hearing about Oak Cliff when it comes to Dallas. Mrkt was doing a lot of work with North Dallas. Like he was really putting North Dallas in the forefront. Erykah Badu put South Dallas in the forefront.
Man.
The only thing we need now is Pleasant Grove and West Dallas.
Come on with it.
So
We here.
I believe you can do it. Just
Yeah.
listening. I know I keep bringing up this free little beat album. Yeah, it's on YouTube. So after you watch this interview,
Go get it.
go listen to it. I'm
Yeah.
not lying.
On me.
You have to go listen to that album.
Yeah.
It's dope. So tell the people how you can, how they can follow you and
Man,
not only you but Black Market as well.
Man, facts. Black Market Movement on IG. So that's Black Market Movement on IG. It's Black Market Movement on Facebook. My Facebook is Black Market Starr. That's Black Market STA double R 2 R's. On Instagram, it is official Starr_K. So yeah, go follow us, man. Black Market Starr K, and appreciate Bree Moore Productions for this dope ass interview.
Thank you. I tried. Y'all make sure to please subscribe and please like this
Don't
video.
do that. Don't do that.
comment.
You just said that shit too humble,
What?
man.
Please?
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. You don't
That's
do what,
polite.
right?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Man, subscribe, like, and comment.
Shit.
Do that
Yeah, do that right now.
right now.
I'm at your doorstep. Pressure.
Pressure. We have dope content. We have dope artists that come up all the time to Bree Moore Productions and speak their piece. So do not miss out on this content. Make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And go follow him in Black Market.
On me.
Alright? Stay dangerous. You gotta say that.
Man, stay dangerous every day.